consecutive FAI Senior Cup final to reach it with the team since you came back. Absolutely thrilled, I'd say, with the result tonight.
Yeah, it was another helter-skelter game. Incredible for our club. I said to the boys during the week, we've played in the league 16 years. We've had the 3 finals in 16 years, and never forget that. You might think they come every year. They have for 4 years in a row for us. We might be there again, and just epitomises lads like Alan Bennett, who has been what the club is all about, those type of people. And so for us to go back for 4 years, we need everyone to assemble the rebel army and go up there and force and give everything we have, because obviously we'll be underdogs again, but we could actually do it 3 in a row, which has never been done in Cork before, so that would be incredible.
And the performance tonight, the first half, obviously fantastic.
Yeah.
Did they take it over the legs in the second half?
Well, I think we had a number of lads who were struggling with knocks, and that some lads hadn't trained as much in the last 4 or 5 weeks, and I think it caught us a bit in the second half. We were unreal in the first half. Boys couldn't get out at all, and we had Graham got a great header. Shep did brilliant to go around. Shane Supple to score the second, and if we might even got the third goal, we were so dominant. But we said at half time try and play for the second goal, but Garrod was a little bit sick during the week, tired a bit. They got a goal out of nothing really, and obviously then we had to weather the storm. But sometimes you see that determination, that passion, that pride which these guys have, and I keep saying they were knocked for 3 or 4 weeks and they didn't become a bad team over a couple of weeks. And you could see in the last 20 minutes the way they stood up and defended, and really bar a few long range shots and a few long throws, both struggled to open us up. So great credit is due to the boys, and the noise of the crowd was phenomenal, and it just shows what it you could see at the end of the game what it meant to the supporters, what it meant to the players, and it was a great victory for us.
It was a great advertisement for the league, wasn't it? I mean, City's home support, but Bowles travelling support, 700 or 800, like fantastic.
Yeah, it's hard for me to see that now. I'd have to watch the game on TV, but but I think you could see from the first game in Dalymount, it was end to end. Tonight wasn't as much end to end. It was a bit more like we were all over them, and then the second half, when they had scored, they opened up and were dominant, and we struggled to keep the ball, and we tired. But at the same time, tremendous atmosphere, and all the good things about League of Ireland is there, but we need a lot more of that. But from our point of view, we go to the Diva, we need to bring a big following with us. The last couple of years we have, and we need everyone that's away to come back, and we need everyone that's around the city and county to go, and it'll be another massive occasion and a real opportunity for us.
John, how frustrating is it, John, for the team and for yourselves as the management, when there's a first half performance like that, and that it's been in the team all along, and just for the last couple of months just hasn't been able to come out? You'd love to be able to bottle that kind of confidence,
Yeah, well, I think that's the difference between sport and business. In terms of sport is so unpredictable. At the start of September, we were well in contention for the league, and we went through a patch where we lost confidence. Some of the players lost form. We had a number of injuries as well, and we've chopped and changed our team a lot more this year than we did in any other year because of injuries and stuff. So, but the one thing I always knew, and I see every day, is that the pride and passion of the players coming in and training, and they took a lot of criticism, but these are really decent lads, and and I keep saying, you take a bit of criticism, you have to show what you're made of, you have to show your character, you have to bounce back, or else you just take it and fall away and don't become anything. But these guys in the last 10 days, despite the fact that we were 1 down in the cup semi-final, came back and fought to the death. A bunch of them on Friday night got a fantastic point up in the Rovers, and tonight we gave a fantastic first half. And it's been like that, sometimes your confidence is down and you just need to get out there. But the last 10 days we built our confidence back, and our first half was really, really good, and second half wasn't as good, and particularly when Bowles scored, we were under a bit of pressure, but at the same time defending is part of the game as well, and the lads showed incredible character, and as I keep saying, maybe the fact that we've been winning things and getting there, that people have got spoiled, and you know, they haven't probably got behind a come as often as they should have. And you know, but tonight was a real, from the terraces, real brilliant atmosphere and real noise, and you know, it was gripping from that point of view. So we must enjoy these occasions, and we must make sure that we come out with force.
And how do you approach the final 3 league games now with regard to the cup, like to keep the cup final team in cotton wool, or to use these games as a kind of a test bed for what you're going to do in the final, or is it a mix?
Well, I'd say not at all. Then a section cup final team. I'd say if Stephen Beattie's talking to me there well this evening saying I'll be back, I'll be back in 2 weeks, and you know, we've other guys who were, you know, Conor McCormack who didn't start, so you know, Barry McNamee. So from that point of view, you know, the next 3 games is brilliant for us because it gives us a chance to probably give a couple of guys that have knocks, maybe 7 to 10 days recovery, but also gives some guys that maybe fitness has gone down a bit, chance to play. So I think it's great to have it because I think everyone can see that, you know, when the 11 started tonight, I think it's 15 or 16 guys thinking I can get into that team if I do well in the next couple of weeks, and absolutely they can, and that's the way we'll be approaching the next couple of games.
And Conor didn't start, but Garrod I thought was vice captain, and he was playing, but Alan had the armband on. Was there? Yeah,
but Alan Bennett is you know, a warhorse. He's around the block a long time, and we had a little chat during the week, and Garrod wanted to concentrate on his own game and you know, have no distractions, and sometimes that can happen with a captaincy, and you know, whereas with Bennett it doesn't matter because he's the captain anyway. So that was it. So Garrod was outstanding the first half. Got a little bit tired, but as I said, probably was a little bit had a little bit of flu or sickness the last couple of days and lost a bit of energy. But the first half he was outstanding, and yeah, it's nice to be on home tonight knowing that you know, we'll be in Aviva in the first week of November.
And Jimmy, someone I suppose you always say doesn't get the credit he deserves. Like, he was immense tonight, and up until the very end when he blocked down a Bowes clearance.
Yeah, Jimmy's a total unsung hero, and you know, I keep saying that sometimes, you know, people see from the side they love the spectacular players or the flash players, whatever, but Jimmy Grant is a 9 out of 10 week after week, and he never lets you down. And if anything, we probably chopped and changed him in too many positions, you know, which that's the type of guy he is. He'd play anywhere you want to, but you know, totally unsung hero. But then, you know, you look at tonight, Alan Bennett, look at young Conor McCarthy right back, played last year in the semi-final as well. You know, a guy coming through, we think it has a massive chance. Sean McLaughlin flying out at 6 in the morning to the Irish under 21 team. You know, McNulty in goal. You know, he's been phenomenal for this club since he got injured in the last kick of the game against Shamrock Rovers. He had 16 out of 22 clean sheets, and you know, with Peter not playing for so long and Null's struggling to get back his form after coming back, he disrupted things as well. So in the last 10 days he's been back to normal and been absolutely brilliant. And but all across, you know, Gary Buckley, unsung hero, obviously a local boy. You know, takes a lot of criticism from terrorists at times. Don't know why, because he's absolutely brilliant kid. And Graham did as usual. Sads was really good in the first half, tired. Typical Shep was very good and tired, and his hamstring came back to haunt him. But the boys that came in, Connor, Barry, even Aaron coming on, brilliant guys to train every day. Great attitude, and you look around the bench and you're Damien and Ronan and your young Cian Murphy, and you know, so you know, all guys that turn up every day, fantastic guys to manage. That's why I keep saying about these guys, you know, a lot of nonsense talking on about, you know, a bit of hassle in the camp. You know, it was mind blowing what people were saying was going on in training, because you know, these guys every day went in, fantastic guys. Yes, they lost a bit of form, lost a bit of confidence. That happens.
I think it was disrespectful for your team to say that Bowes were going to be the favourites going into the tie in the first place when you're like 25 points ahead of them in the league.
To be honest, Dave, it doesn't really matter. To be fair, like, they were going in 7, 8, 9 games in a row they'd won. You know, we were on the worst run that we had. So, from that point of view, you know, we didn't, being honest, pass any heat. It was really about ourselves saying, can we give the performance that we've given for 7 months of the year? We had 3 bad weeks, and But at the same time, we had qualified for Europe with 7 games to go. I don't know, what are we, 12, 13 points ahead of third position? You know, it's incredible what these guys are doing. That's what I'm saying. People maybe have taken their eye off the ball, and maybe they're feeling that, you know, God forbid, what if we weren't there for the last number of years? You know, we won cups, we won doubles, we qualified the Spanish team 5 years in a row in Europe, 5 years in a row, 4 finals. You know, but there are a few people out there that just constantly want to, I believe, criticise us and criticise myself, and that's fine. You know, problem with that. I'm around a long time, so I know there's thousands and thousands of good people out there who are brilliant supporters of this club and myself, whatever. No, and then there are a few that probably don't would prefer someone else to win, and that's fine. But at the same time, you know, Keith and Trevor have done a really good job at Bowes. They're really good players, and they played really well in parts of both games. But you know, in the bigger picture, I think we did enough over the both games to go through.
Happy with that, Alan?
Yeah, relieved a bit more than that thing. Semi-finals, they're always tight, like any of them I've ever played. It's always been the odd goal. It's amazing, like something psychologically, you know, you've so much to lose. You start to tighten up, and first half we were really good, really back to close to ourselves. Second half, I don't know, it's just one of those things we suppose we need to work on.
The performance in the first half, like those of us be watching the past 2 months, where did that come from?
Good question. Something I suppose that was probably building up in us. A lot of frustration, you know, coming out, I suppose, maybe. Everyone across the front three were amazing, middle three were amazing, back four everyone was flying. So good to watch. Sads when he's in full flow, Shep when he's in full flow, Cummins when he's doing what he does. It's brilliant, it's really good, and that 45 is what we hopefully get an hour, maybe more of.
Did you think the intensity of the first half took it out of your legs in the second half because you thought you were kind of retreating back before Morris's wonder goal?
I think it's such a psychological thing, you know. I really do. I don't think there's no question of any fitness in our squad. Absolutely not. Lads are machines. It's purely you start to think about what you could lose, and you start to retreat, and you start to think about what you know have on the line, and. Same kind of thing up with Bowes up in their place, maybe, you know, you just it's a classic psychological thing you shouldn't really think about, but it creeps in there. So look, we showed a bit of character and showed a bit of steel, and I'm really happy.
It must be very pleasing to have defended so well as a unit. Like, even their goal wasn't really a chance, so to speak. Like, and Mark didn't have any saves to make in the last 15 minutes when Bowes were throwing everything at you. You know, it was real composed from everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a hell of a strike. When I see him come off the pitch, I thought, good luck, and next thing he just rattles it in right in the top corner, and that's the kind of, you know, as a defender you're always playing for percentages, you're always trying to just defend and keep things at a minimum, and we did that really well. We minimised crosses, we minimised shots, we minimised runners into the box, and if you keep all those low you'll minimise attempts on goal, and that's what we do, and fair play to him. I suppose it'll take something special to beat Mark, you know.
Well, I mean, like you say, you were kind of in and out of the team the last few weeks, so what does it mean being back in the team now and getting to another final? Yeah,
amazing. I've played all the cup games the whole way up, so more than happy to step back in. Away at Bowes last week and again tonight. So, look, for this club, I've followed this club since I was very young, and to go to 4 finals is unprecedented, never been seen before. Hopefully we'll see a lot more of it in the future, but for every Cork City fan across the country, county and the world, they have to appreciate this time and understand how massive it is for our club, and it's just an absolute pleasure to be part of.
It's huge to take the 4 finals in a row, but you must be thinking now about winning 3 cups in a row.
Yeah, it'll be a great occasion, it'll be a great day. The whole build up to it is amazing. Setting up, getting going, getting a new suit hopefully, that's nice. Yeah, it's a monumental time for this club, and it's just something that I'm privileged to be part of.
And it's obviously the opposite dynamic to last year's final, the same as 2016 and 2015. You're trying to deny Dundalk the double. Like from last year, like how much of a downer does it put on the season if you win the league but then can't continue on to win the cup, or even from 2005, I suppose?
Yeah, true, yeah. It does, because you're on such a high after winning the league and you're going along, and then to have it kind of clip, because there's no way back after the cup final. You know what I mean? It's definite, and that's why I absolutely love it, because once you get ready and onto the pitch, it's absolute freedom, because it's just you can do whatever you want in terms of your body and just go for the game, and it's something that's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. For us, it's about putting in a more a longevity in terms of our performance, and from that 45 minutes, extending that. But history says it'll be probably tight between the two of us. It'll probably be a very tight game. So that's what it's been last. So I can see that pattern kind of continue.